Tonight's tactical enhancement is a lovely James Squire Porter for a winter evening, treating us very well, and it'll need to, because this is the first day that I've fielded the entire Khorne Daemon army fully painted. Been chipping away at these bastards for years and they're now done. So that's a bit shy of 3,000 points. Warhammer Fantasy Battle 8th edition for this game against Emilio's Lizardmen army. No fucking Seraphim here, they're actual Lizardmen still. So we'll show that army in a second and then we'll get down to the biffo.
Alright, so you're in charge of...
Right. Now, after vast amounts of setting up and deployment and figuring out how the Lizardmen army actually works, we're finally deployed. Straight up biffo. And looks rather pretty. All those beastmen are by and large painted as compared to our usual effort. Now I'll get Emilio to talk through what he's actually brought. Go.
Okay, so basically you've got a stegodon, and there's a total of 4 stegodons on the table. Some of them have giant blowpipes, some of them have got giant bows. That's a giant bow, that's a giant bow, that's a giant bow, that's a giant blowpipe over the other side there. Okay.
Alright, lovely.
And starting back over here, here's the general of the army. So this is Khorne, and he's also got his Carnosaur, which is Grimlock, with him, and superb fighting machine. So the best you're going to see on the top, beside your greater demon, he's definitely up there.
Right.
There's a little unit, tiny little unit, which is our jungle swarms, and you can have a minimum of 2 in that unit.
I think they were there just to make me deploy sooner.
And this is Tito Iko. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but it's a skink priest, and he's riding on that. Thank you. There's that piece, and then you've actually got your temple guard that are protecting him in that particular unit.
So he's like the average narcissistic overweight dungeon master.
And then you've got your Saurus, this skinks here with javelins, and behind them are their bodyguards, the Croxigors, and so there's 4 of them. They're actually in the second rank, but I had some trouble putting them on the bases, but they're actually on the second rank.
Right.
Then you've actually got the Saurus block and Saurus Warriors block. And these guys, a big block of 40, and you've also got in there a heavy hitting Gore Rock as well. So he's in that particular unit. He's an exceptional fighter as well. And yeah, just here in the a little bit forward, we've got our Pterodon riders, and so these guys they rule the skies in this battle, and we'll see how they perform tonight.
Yeah, I've got no shooting and no magic, so they're going to have a free reign. Fortunately, they're pretty much one trick pony. Alright, well, there we are. That's what the demons are facing. I suppose for the purposes of this game, they're actually the good guys. Facing the Lizardmen, we have Demons of Khorne, a straight down the barrel Khorne army. Unit of Juggernauts, or Blood Crushers, whatever the hell they're called now. Another unit of Blood Crushers. The Greater Demon is hiding in the forest because Emilio's not sportsmanlike at all and always tries to assassinate him first chance he gets. A unit of Bloodletters with an army standard bearer in the fray. Another unit of Bloodletters with a hero, and the last unit of Blood Crushers, whatever the hell they are. And in reserve we have 2 units of Fleshhounds waiting to come in flanks, basically ambushes is the rule. So now we'll move on to rolling for turn 1. This is the roll for first turn. Brilliant. Alright. Well, what we'll do now is roll for the winds of magic, which we'll have to look up on the demon table. Then I'll check in at the end of movement for turn 1. 6.
dumped on him first turn.
Turn 1 was very short. The entire Khorne line moved up. The Bloodthirster hopped from cover to cover because we just know that Emilio wants to drop every bolt throw he's got on him. But that's it. No magic, no shooting. Khorne plays fast. I've just been very careful to not get within any reasonable sort of charge range of his dinosaurs. I'd have to roll boxcast to get him. Other than that, it is now over to turn 1 for the Lizardmen. And now I think we have to roll for the Winds of Magic at the start of every player's turn, don't we?
The start of the magic phase.
The start of the magic phase.
Yeah, so I could do my movement on it first.
Which doesn't make any difference to you because it's just...
Because I have no magic phase, right. Alright, well, we'll check in at the end of the movement for the Lizardmen. Alright, well, movement has finished, and most of the army has actually shuffled backwards to try and get away from the Khorne Daemons and get a few shots off and a few bits of magic off. The pterodons did their flyover, and we'll roll for casualties. Do you want to grab some dice? It's 3d3 on each unit. So 3, 4, 5 hits, and that's what 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. So 5 strength, 4 hits on each unit. Toughness 3, so you need 3s to wound. One, 2, 3 on this unit, and 1 dead. That needs up the ranks. And on this unit,
How many dice?
what was it? 5d? Yeah, 5 at strength 4. 1, 2, 3 again. And 2 off this unit.
2.
And that's it for the shooting.
They're poison attacks, by the way, so you have to...
A short note on shooting. They shot with everything they could and whiffed the fucking lot. I'll take that. Thank you very much.
That's just
We
2.
get plus though.
Winds of Magic is 6,
Level 3, get +3.
which does nothing on the demon table.
Okay.
And we'll get back to you once we've worked out the magical whoop-de-doo. Right, at the end of the magic phase, his magic missile bounce spell didn't work, but that there is the crosshairs for Comet. I'm sure we're all looking forward to that.
And was the Comet like a template?
No.
The Comet will turn up in a later turn. We'll worry about that very shortly, unfortunately. And now over to movement for the Chaos turn 2. At the end of the Khorne movement phase, we've moved up, we've bracketed in as well as we can. We've stayed out of charge arc of this guy. The dogs have come in on the back flanks to get that +2 combat bonus when it comes to the rear attacks and so on. And I've got 2 separate conjoined charges ready to happen unless Emilio charges, and if Emilio charges then he's not shooting. And I've got some counter charges that can happen as well. So this is poised to go off. There's no magic or shooting for Khorne. However, we do have to roll on the fucking Winds of Magic, so we'll see what happens here. And it's a 7. No, it's an 8. 5, 6, 7, 8.
8.
And 8 is... ooh, the Dark Prince Thirsts. So... roll a d6 for each enemy unit and each friendly unit that contains 1 or more Demons of Khorne or models with the mark of Khorne. Do not roll for units that are engaged in combat. And the roll of a 6, that unit must take a leadership test. Oh, God. And we're going to lose some wounds, possibly. Well, of course, the first time anything happens with this Chaos Army, it decides to attack itself. Well, we'll sort that out, and once that's done, I'll be over to the Lizardmen turn 2.